Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, GameStop is getting a lot of hate because they try to go and, well, completely go and sass PlayStation, and there's quite a few different sides right now that are calling out GameStop because they did a little bit of a weird scheme. And it's kind of a convoluted one, but it's worth watching and listening to, at least I think, because sometimes the gaming sphere has some of the craziest, weirdest caveats and exclamation marks, and when it comes to prices and turning a profit and even just community favor, a lot of times things go wrong. And that's why it's fun to make a gossip channel like this, because all of you guys that subscribe, and thank you guys if you guys do, we get to see the nitty gritty. Companies messing up and, well, just the overall angst, I guess, of Twitter, Reddit, and all these other various places. So right now, GameStop did a promotion. And you guys may have seen this. They're trying to clout farm, all that stuff, because we unfortunately did have a price increase on the PlayStation 5 Pro, and the Digital Edition. Everything went up, $50. Not the best news. People weren't happy about it, and, well, we talked about it. But GameStop tried to go and do it one step further. GameStop, on that instantaneous post, which is crazy, because I'm sure all of these major retailers, GameStop, Walmart, Target, etc., probably knew quite a bit in advance. It's just how like the corporate world works. They probably had like manager notes and tweets out or whatever. Like we probably expected it. Maybe a little bit more on the hush hush for the higher end executives, so it didn't fully leak around the world. But still, like I'm sure they knew. And this is where GameStop did a weird scheme. And this is where it gets crazy too, because Xbox players are kind of pissed off. People at GameStop are upset because it was kind of fake clout. I don't know. Like I said, kind of a hard video to introduce. I don't really know how to introduce it, but let's just dive into it. So I don't know. Like, it's one of those videos. Basically saying, GameStop, take that $50 back. Because as you guys know, the PlayStation 5 did go up in price by $50. Get an extra $50 when you trade in any PlayStation 4, Xbox One, so old Xbox, or Xbox Series consoles, so the Series S or X or Switch, noted not Switch 2, towards the purchase of a brand new PlayStation 5 console. Now, you guys might be able to go and see something called the fine print, and this is where people kind of are upset, kind of mad, and kind of thinking that GameStop is kind of honestly, well, kind of taking advantage of people, mainly to get like 10 million impressions on Twitter and various social medias, because if you guys go look on the very bottom over here, offer valid through, drum roll please, as of today. So offer valid through 8/23/25. So by the time this video is uploaded, I'll probably have it at like 2 or 3 p.m. You may still actually be able to go run to your GameStop store, like last minute promotion. I actually encourage you guys to, if you guys really want to. If you have an Xbox Series S laying around, although those did go up in price, same with the Series X. Crazy. Like that Series X is still more expensive than the PlayStation 5. It's nuts. Anyway, so if you guys have this random old like Xbox One, PS4, this might be the last day to go get your GameStop deal. Now, can you probably get more money off of, say, eBay, Facebook, Craigslist? Yeah, honestly, probably. So it's not the end of the world if you miss it or you see it on the 24th or a week later or whatever. Like, it's not the end of the deal. And, well, in case you guys are curious in the deal before you go into more gossip, consoles must be complete with the controllers, HDMI, and power cables and be in working condition to receive the maximum value. Defective and incomplete, saying no controllers or cables, may also be traded in lower, and though they might be still eligible for the $50 bonus. Then eligible trade-ins and new PS5 console purchase must be in the same transaction, basically saying if you want to take advantage of this deal and utilize it, you gotta go and buy a PlayStation at that same exact time. So like I said, today is, I think, the last day for it. Call and just double check just in case, the time-wise or whatever. But that's where people got mad. They had this 1-day notice for the PlayStation 5 price increase on the Pro and everything. Then GameStop comes out here for like a 2-day notice to get all the stuff all going. And yeah, it's the weekend, it's Saturday, it might be fine. People can probably find the time to go do it. You guys might, depending on when you guys see this video or whatever. But it still is like douchey. Because number one, it just is such a short notice. Granted, maybe this is just them trying to offload the rest of their stock before they buy more stuff from PlayStation. Who really knows at the end of the day? But people are sitting here thinking like, yo, bro, that sucks. Like even like some of the top comments and some tweets on this were, offer valid through 8/23/25 is in such small print at the bottom. GameStop only has your back for just a few days with 39,000 favorites. Crazy too as well. $50 for this, just an extra, I think just $50. So like you're still gonna get a few $100 on these trade-ins or so. I'm not sure the exact specifics, but either way too as well. When people are calling it a scam even. I worked at GameStop. This is one of their biggest scams. They take that console for $50 from you. I think it's a little bit more. So you can get an extra $50, like extra, I think it's a little extra more. If any of you guys do it, let me know. They take that console for $50 from you. They wipe it, test it, clean it, and they put in the back room and label up prints for $350. Keep your video games. And I'm usually the same boat. Usually it's not the best to go and give money to GameStop or deals or sales or anything like that. It's not really the best, you know? And some people are calling GameStop W for one day. GameStop helping the gamers all the time. You know, no 61,000 impressions, no likes. The fire emojis and the 100 emoji didn't really help his cause on that one. That's just funny to go and see. But yeah, what if I want to trade my PS5 for Pro and all that stuff? But basically, people are like, hey, man, some people are like, this is cool. Some people who read the fine print actually care are not really happy with it. And they're kind of judging up GameStop. But the part two of this that also had a little bit of a big dialogue over here is that when it comes to this line, trade in any PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series, so the S or X. So we were now seeing a lot of the Xbox groups calling out GameStop, saying that they think that the Xbox is an inferior product, that the Series X and S, like even though they might even be arguably better spec-wise, they're the ones that are doing like the bonus. Like they want you to go and trade in the Series X or S to get a PlayStation. Now I can understand the PS4 and Xbox One, although if you guys want me to really say my true thoughts, who is really buying those? You know, the Xbox Series S being relatively cheaply, although I guess it has gone up in price, like who in their right mind is like, let's get this like 10+ year old console like the PS4 or Xbox One new from like a GameStop. Like there's some banging games on the PS4. Like I loved my PS4, don't get me wrong. But do I really want to spend more money and buy another one? So how is, like, what is GameStop really doing here? You know, like, who is that market? But yeah, like I was saying, Xbox users were upset. They're judging. They're thinking like, GameStop, you think our Xbox consoles are inferior? That you want only everyone to get PlayStations? We saw people that were calling people out, being like, GameStop is biased. GameStop is in Sony's pocket. GameStop doesn't like people. GameStop doesn't have your back. And I mean, like, this tweet had a good promo. Like, has 8.5 million views, as we've seen, 75,000 favorites or likes, and like, it's just nuts. Just like absolutely nuts. And they're like, yeah, we've been trying to help gamers upgrade, trade, and saving for decades, and this is just another way we're keeping you in the game. When it comes to next generation, we want to make sure you don't get left behind. So I just want to know, like, how is this profitable? I mean, granted, they're probably just giving you like $50 and some stickers. It's probably a little bit more. I think probably like the 150 range or so. So maybe an extra $50. Like it might be all right. Or maybe this is an actual proper PlayStation promo. Be like, hey, we don't want to have this. We don't want to make our costs go up, but we kind of got to do it for the shareholders and our bottom line. How about this GameStop? Like try to get some deals going on. Maybe you take a little bit of a hit and we'll try to get some sales, and maybe you get lucky and you get more people buying stuff in your store, buying games through the walk-ins, you know, try to get that lost leader into your stores and get more foot traffic. Because right now that is GameStop's big issue, is they do have a very decreasing foot traffic. So there might be some like corporate espionage, corporate backroom deals going on or something with it, and people have been thinking about it. But at the end of the day, I think it's a okay deal. Like I think most people know you don't really get the best value from GameStop. You really can probably make more money doing Facebook, doing Craigslist, selling to your friend, whatever. Like GameStop isn't like the best company for traders. They usually do have people memeing that they are taking advantage of folks. And that's where things get intriguing nonetheless. So either way, GameStop deal, if you guys want to try it for like today, call them and see if they're still doing it. If you guys have leftover consoles, like I said, you probably can make more off of doing other stuff, but you might just want to be lazy, get a PS5 Pro, PS5 itself. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you guys want to do it, check it out. And like I said, some people are upset about it. I think at the end of the day, it's not an issue and no one's going to care probably in the next week or so. But it is a little bit conniving that they had a sale going on for about a day at a Go Informed Club. And some people aren't happy about that. I'm indifferent on it. So give me your thoughts and comments on everything down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. Leave a like and your thoughts and comments. Like I said, and I'll talk to you guys all soon for another brand new video.